Gigachads. Today I'm going to be going over the UFC BJJ, the new reality show that's like the Ultimate Fighter except for jiu-jitsu, okay? It's causing a lot of controversy, a lot of stir up in the jiu-jitsu community because, Craig Jones is saying the UFC is taking his idea of the pit and that, they're trying to sign exclusive contracts apparently. But apparently you only get an exclusive contract if you win the show. So it's just a lot of differing opinions of is it growing the sport, is it not? But anywho, it's a delight for us fans because we get to see high-level grappling by some of the best grapplers in the world and get this nice quality production. Okay, I don't think anybody's produced this high of a quality of a show and have it be free on YouTube. Okay, it's usually in like a paywall and flow grappling. So let's just go ahead and talk about it, talk about some of the matches, talk about the coaches, what is going right, what's going wrong, and I'm just going to give you some of my opinions on it. So let's get into it. First off, I think the coach's selection is a little odd. Mikey Musumeci is a genius when it comes to grappling, fantastic grappling, and I think it's a very interesting choice for the UFC to choose a guy to be the face of BJJ who's not really a supremely likable personality. I guess he's a PG. He doesn't really do a whole lot of crazy stuff or say anything bad, and they probably like that. But also, he's kind of annoying. Sorry, Mike, but I mean, if you guys been around the channel for a while, that's like one of my first videos that kind of blew up, is just kind of me going over how like he's kind of annoying and not really a cool dude to be around. If they were gonna do Mikey, I would have liked to see him and like Gio Martinez be coaches because they got like a little bit of beef and they both speak English, and that would have made more sense. I think you could understand what they were saying. The other coach I'm not too familiar with. I'm not familiar with gi grappling. That's the big hiccup I have with this show, is they picked bad coaches for it. Okay, obviously the grappling community would want Craig and Gordon to be the coaches. Gordon wants nothing to do with Craig. Craig's doing his own thing, so that's not going to happen. But yeah, I don't know who this Team Gabriel guy is. I'm not very familiar with him on the no-gi scene. Shoot me. But it's also hard because he doesn't really speak good English, and so everything he says is in subtitles, and then when his athletes compete, he is just like, he can't do anything. Like, most of it, if this guy speaks English and doesn't speak Portuguese, like, he has to have like another one of the teammates come in and coach, which is like fine. They don't need coaching because they're really good, but it is just weird as hell. But yeah, and it's just kind of like a dry, bland show. I honestly don't really watch any of the show besides the grappling, besides the matches themselves, and maybe a little bit of the fighters' backstories. That's kind of cool. But all the other stuff, it's pretty bland potato. Nothing really cool going on there. But I do want to get into some of these matches. So without further ado, it's enough of me spitballing about my complaints about the coaches and whatnot. I do think it's great that there's a big platform and that like the premier martial arts organization is putting an eye on BJJ. Glad they're doing that instead of Power Slap. Can't believe Power Slap was a thing on UFC before BJJ, but I think Dana absolutely wisened up, so thank God. Let's get into some of the matches. So here I'm going to be breaking down. I'm not going to show all the matches, obviously, but we'll just go episode by episode. So there's been 6 episodes thus far. They either do like 1 to 2 matches per episode. So the first episode is Andrew Tackett versus Aaron Wilson. And, Tackett takes him down and then gets to his back and then just gets the nice face crake finish for the win. And he just puts a pace on him. They seeded the matches 1 through 8. Andrew being the 1 seed, Aaron Wilson being the 8 seed, and so they went up first round. But yeah, look at that. Just horsecock, body lock into the wall, and then just double arm trap strangle, for the finish. So yeah, that was nice. Team Gabriel won that one. This next one is probably my favorite match. It's Keith Krikorian. I forget. This guy is making his debut in Nogi. He was very good. This is a very fun match. 3 rounds, just an absolute scrap. Keith was the number 1 seed. This guy was the 8th seed, basically because he just doesn't have Nogi experience. But the guy on bottom did a really good job playing like Keymaster and kind of being sticky. And Keith was just forced to kind of play on top and defend against those leg attacks that he was throwing up on him. So once again, that was good. They went into the Isaac Doderlin instead of Keith, but Keith locks up. Where is it? At the end of the second here, he locks up a really good Dar stroke, just doesn't have enough time to finish it. But yeah, that was really cool. Yeah, here we go. Yep, gets to north-south. The guy, I think, tries to turtle, and that's when he locks up a nice little Dars. Yeah. So that was a good little match. Good scrap, fun to watch. Probably the best match to watch out of all of them so far. Yeah, that was my favorite. And then, also, who do you guys think won that one? Do you think Keith got screwed? I kind of think Keith. I liked Keith in that one, but I don't know how they really judge these. Next up, we got Austin Orende versus Davis Asari. This one was interesting, very quick. Sorry. So Davis. So they come out, and this is beautiful. This is a beautiful viral moment by Davis. There he does the front roll into the pit, fake slap bump, and then just hits a double leg on him. That was just absolutely money. Yeah, here we go. Forward roll, fake you out, boom. Look at that. Look at that. Just fakes the Chad out. I went too far. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, double recovers guard nicely, but yeah. Davis say the least, injures him. That was pretty scary. I will say this: I would rather be on Musumeci's team. He seems to be a better coach. He's very technical. He gives a great game plan to all of his guys. He told Davis that this guy leaves his right foot exposed a lot, and Davis attacked that and got it. So that was good coaching, good game plan by Mike. And then also when Jason Nolf goes, I would have thought that he would have gotten submitted pretty quickly, just because he's not a jiu-jitsu guy. He's a wrestler. But Mike gave him a really solid game plan to stay on the outside and kind of frustrate Jabroni. But Jabroni had a lot of good attempts at an armbar, and then he had another attempt at the legs, and it was just really, really solid by him to not get frustrated and stay cool and composed and make sure he gets the job done, which he did. So that was good. But yeah, Carlos Enrique, Johnny Grippo, this was another good match. Carlos found his way to a anaconda, I believe. But yeah, it was nice anaconda. Yeah, here we go. Gets around the guard of Gianni. The other thing too is this guy is related to Orende. He married his Orende's sister, so that's kind of a funny dynamic. He taps 3 times, taps again. Now it's officially over. So yeah, that was a nice little anaconda there. And then this was kind of sucked because I was kind of looking forward to Josh Cisneros making his debut, but he had to pull out because he went numb during the weight cut. So they bring in this guy who's pretty Chadley looking, Kobe Fear. All right, he definitely does not have enough autism, 155, so he doesn't really have any steroids in him. And so the funny jiu-jitsu guy, the Bodega Ecological brother, gets the reverse toe hold finish on him. So yeah, so that guy was from Vegas too, so they're probably frick, we need somebody, so they just brought this guy in real quick. But yeah, that guy gets the job done. And then here we got The most recent, Andy Varela versus Nathan Haddad. Varela being the 2 seed at 170. He's kind of feeling his oats here. He does a really fancy move that I covered in one of my shorts. That is just an absolute thing of beauty. Here we go. Andrew Tackett yells, "Throw sand, Andy, throw sand." And so Andy does exactly that. Pays homage to Tony Ferguson and Eddie Bravo, and he throws freaking sand at Nathan, and he gets the double leg takedown. There it is. Throw the sand, single leg, and finishes it to win the round. And then he also hits this really nasty duck under. Watch, gets the double mercy grip, and then he fakes one side, goes the other side, duck under, goes to the back, and this is where he finishes Nathan. So, yeah, that was a good match as well. And then, yeah. So that's kind of the highlights thus far. What do you guys think about these shows so far? Do you think it's Chadley? Do you think it's not? I think cool that it has a high production value and that it's free and that we can watch it. But if the exclusive contract things are true, that's not cool. And I just wish they picked more entertaining coaches. Just kind of a dud. But yeah, they do like coaches challenges where they're like bowling and stuff, and it's just like, I really don't care about that. Just show me the boys scrapping. That would be a lot cooler. If you did, I could care less if Mikey bowls or makes pasta or whatever. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. That's my review of UFC BJJ so far.